All right, open overdub. All right, that's pretty tight, as the kids used to say. Hi, this is Andre. The microcosm has some obscure subtleties that took me a while to figure out. Understanding those details has made a huge difference in my being able to use it effectively, but I haven't seen these subjects discussed or demonstrated very much. So we're going to look into two particular subjects here. First, the microcosm has a number of different highly rhythmic effects, but they don't all deal with the live input signal in the same way. Some of them will round the fragments of the live playing to metronomic subdivisions of the microcosm's tempo, producing an inhumanly precise sound. Others keep the live playing intact and do not manipulate the timing after the fact. So we're going to compare a few highly rhythmic algorithms, looking at the degree to which the live input sound is either preserved or quantized, depending on the particular effect. Secondly, we're also going to look at the subtleties of synchronizing the onboard phrase looper with the granular effects. Even with the phrase looper's quantize function turned on, I found that there are some specific details of using the effects and the looper together that make a huge difference in how well they synchronize. Once again, these are subtleties that are not very widely documented, so this video is going to go deep into some pretty hardcore microcosm geekery. As always, thank you very much for tuning in. All right, the star of this particular show is this flashing light. I've checked the manual, I've checked some online resources. To my knowledge, this does not have an official name. So I call this the tempo pulse because it shows you where the beats are in relation to the timing of the microcosm. So we have the ARP algorithm dialed up right now. I'm just going to play some notes. And I'm deliberately playing some of these off the beat. But if you look, all the notes that I played are being quantized to that pulse. On hold. Yeah, you can really see it there. Now, the glitch category tends to behave like this. When you're using ARP or blocks or interrupt, it tends to fire the effects in such a way that they basically quantize to wherever that pulse is. We have the blocks category now, and let's see how that goes. And again, I'm trying to play in unrhythmic ways. But you can still see it still ends up getting lined up there. Let me build up some more. And then hold. So again, it's quantizing when the effect is firing off its samples, using that as a very clear downbeat. Now we're going to jump up one category to the Seq effect. At face value, this is going to sound pretty similar to the ARP effect. A couple of differences. One is that if I play a note, almost, there we go. It's going to keep doing that until I play something else. So right now I have the volume all the way down on the guitar, so it's not sending any input signal. And it's going to keep percolating away there. Now, if you notice, this repeat is not quite lined up with the tempo pulse. It's the same timing. It's not out of time with it, but it's not aligned directly to that flashing light. So let me play some stuff in the Seq algorithm here. And again, I'm deliberately playing in such a way that it doesn't fall right on the pulse. So Seq does not get quantized to the tempo pulse. And again, if we compare that to the ARP algorithm, you can see that no matter where I play the notes in relation to the beat, trying to be very haphazard and erratic here, but they're all being very tightly quantized to the tempo pulse. This kind of distinction also becomes apparent when you're using the phrase looper. So right now we have the phrase looper set up. So we have quantize on, which means that the looper will ostensibly lock to the timing of the granular effects. Pre-effects is off. That means the effects are being recorded into the looper. So even with quantize on, you still have to be kind of careful. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to build up something new from the ARP category, and actually I'm just doing a different tempo now just so we can mix things up. Speed it up. All right, so now we go into looper mode. Now, if I don't really pay attention, it's kind of a mess. If I try and play more stuff on top, yeah, so it's not really locked in a very musical way. I mean, I think it sounds cool, but it's not really locked in the way we would expect a quantized loop to lock in. So long hold of that erases the loop. So what I find is that you want to try and be as precise as you can with regards to what you're hearing. Also, as soon as you hit record, that resets the clock pulse so that the pressing of the record button becomes the new downbeat. So let's do this. I'm going to slow the speed of subdivision down a bit. I'm going to play some more stuff. And again, trying to avoid any particularly quantized playing on my part, which is not that hard. And as soon as I hit record, it's going to reset. Let's see how that came out. It's better. It was still a little weird because I didn't press right on the musical downbeat. So let's erase the looper again. Let's keep going with this. And now I'm going to try and follow the musical pulse. All right, open overdub. All right, that's pretty tight, as the kids used to say. So in order to get things nicely synchronized, even when quantized is on, I find that you do have to be careful about when you press record and close record to have your loop set. As much as possible, again, I'm going to change to a totally different tempo here. As much as possible, I find it's important to try and synchronize the button presses for the looper with whatever is going on in the effects. See how that came out? Yeah, that's pretty good. It's a little loosey-goosey. Let's erase that and try again. 2, 3, 4. There we go. There's that Philip Glass thing that I like so much. All right. And again, you can see that the sounds are very much quantized around the tempo pulse. If we switch back to the Seq category, we're going to hear a very different kind of thing. I'm deliberately, once again, I'm going to try to not play in a very quantized manner. Slow down the speed. So as you can hear, it doesn't get locked to the tempo pulse. It loops at exactly the same point as where I was playing it live. This is getting to be a bit of a mess even for me, so let's erase that. Let's have this be our new reference. 2, 3, 4. Now I'm deliberately going to get a little loose with the timing. And you can hear it's not quantizing to the tempo pulse. I mean, it's still in time with it, but the musical events are not getting locked into that and being quantized to it. So you don't get that inhumanly perfect thing. If we jump back to the ARP algorithm and start laying some more stuff in there, and immediately you can hear suddenly everything is much more rhythmically quantized. You can hear the much stronger, much more definitive pulse going on in there. And now auto feedback on the looper is kicking in, so the stuff we did with the Seq algorithm is fading out, and it's getting replaced with the stuff we're doing with the ARP algorithm. Let's slow it down. Slow down even more.